So that's why he's so big and imposing. But then I think the other guy looks like freaking Ron Weasley. I'm not sure if that's actually him. But
I thought the one guy was Ed Sheeran.
That's what I'm thinking of. It's the same guy. Yeah, he's like some Ed Sheeran Ron Weasley clone is standing next to Batista looking like he's 4 feet tall.
It's a nice cabin.
It is a nice cabin.
Oh, we're gonna sing along?
Oh, is this a road trip movie?
No, it's a cabin movie.
You'd rather have a cabin movie.
It's very clearly a cabin movie. And a person in the woods movie. That's so cool.
Oh.
My name's Leonard. Well, it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Crickets.
Here.
He's a cricket.
Make friends with you. Your dad's too.
Do I,
My heart is broken
do I believe him?
Why is it broken?
because of what I have to do today.
Ooh.
There is a woman carrying something that looks like a pick with a chain and a mallet in it.
That's not good.
You see, the four of us have a very
It's a very nice cabin movie.
In fact, it might be the most important job in the history of the world.
The chair on the knob never is effective.
Yeah.
We were called and are united by a common vision, which has now become a command that we cannot ignore. The four of us are here to prevent the apocalypse. Your family has been chosen to make a horrible decision. They failed to choose the world we land.
All right, we just finished watching the trailer for Knock at the Cabin. Now, Mason is going to try and guess the plot of this movie based on this trailer.
So, is this out yet?
No, this movie is coming out in February.
I really want to see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Like,
Well,
I mean, what?
Well, I'm going to say, so I'll just leave this off. This is M. Night Shyamalan movie,
Yeah.
and different people feel differently about that. I'm an M. Night Shyamalan fan. Not every movie is awesome, some not so great, but in general, I enjoy Shyamalan movies. I enjoy the twists. I enjoy his style of films. Now, not everyone believes that, and that's totally fine. I can see where this movie could go wrong, but this trailer makes it look great and totally up my alley. But, sorry, totally off track. But yeah, that's what I meant when I went, well. So, go ahead. Sorry, guess the plot.
I think the whole thing about like, oh, you're chosen for a specific purpose, whatever. That freaks me out because it feels like they're either gonna kill him or like torture him to make a certain decision.
It's probably not gonna be good.
Yeah. So. I don't know. It seems very. These guys are intimidating.
Right.
Whatever. Which is, I think, is the main draw. Is I don't know what is going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try and guess.
You know, it's Batista from the Guardians of the Galaxy. What's his?
He's
the big dude.
The Drax. Is his name?
You know it. Yeah. It's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why he's so big and imposing. But then I think the other guy looks like freaking Ron Weasley. I'm not sure if that's actually him.
I thought the one guy was Ed Sheeran.
That's what I'm thinking of. It's the same guy. Yeah, he's like some Ed Sheeran Ron Weasley clone is standing next to Batista looking like he's 4 feet tall. Sorry, go ahead, guess the plot. We're now 2 minutes into when you were supposed to be doing this. Sorry.
So, I think there's one like thing that, you know, in time travel movies, right? Like if you like kick a pen, like something will happen, like in the future, right?
Yeah.
Or like if you didn't kick that pen, something else will.
The butterfly effect.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, right, something with these guys like time travelers or know what's gonna happen in the future if this doesn't happen, and these two guys and their daughter are gonna make a mistake, kind of like the butterfly effect, where it's small, but in reality, it's gonna make a big effect on the world.
Interesting.
And I think that these guys are here to stop that big butterfly effect from really happening in the first place.
Interesting.
By
Very interesting.
any means possible. So.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So I like it because you kind of just opened a branch of thought in my mind, and it links into another movie that I'm a humongous fan of called Looper. Have you ever heard of Looper?
Nah.
Great movie, awesome movie. Not gonna spoil that here. Go watch it. But there's a similar plot that goes similar to the lines that you just talked about, and. You know, you definitely could tell that the child in the trailer is definitely a point of focus.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if maybe it's about something to do with the child. Maybe she needs to be like, you know,
Maybe she grows up to be something.
maybe she grows up to be something good or bad, and she needs to, you know, need to make a decision about it or something. But yeah, so I think the real interest in this trailer and the real wonderment that's gonna come out of this movie is the apocalypse real, right? Because that's always the question. It reminds me of 10 Cloverfield Lane. Have you seen that movie?
I have not.
It's great. So 10 Cloverfield Lane, there's a girl that is trapped in a basement after a car accident. She wakes up after having been passed out, and this guy who's keeping her in this basement, he's trying to save her and protect her. He's saying there's aliens outside. There's been an alien invasion since she was passed out. And she can't go outside. She needs to stay there. But she doesn't know whether to believe him or not because she's literally in this underground trench.
Yeah.
So it's like this whole conflict of should she get out? If she gets out, what does she do? So it kind of how it correlates to this movie is part of the whole thing you're gonna be wondering is should they go along with it or not, because is this whole apocalypse thing real or not? So you're gonna have this whole thing hanging over your head the entire movie of is this real or not? Which is like a really good Shyamalan type thing, which you know, so I think this is something that's gonna be totally up my alley. It definitely seems like a good psychological thriller. I could see where it could go wrong if it's a really slow pace. It seems like a few number of characters, and I think you really need some strong acting performances to make this type of movie work. So I do have faith in Shyamalan to get it done. Yeah. But I can understand why others aren't so optimistic. What do you think?
I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
I think, you know, this seems like a very intense, and it definitely could be really good, but it also, I can see your point on how it can be really slow and boring and not really lead though.
Exactly. His most recent movie that came out was Old, which I think which I think had mixed reception. But that was I thought that was a really interesting premise and a really cool movie. But that kind of shows you my favoritism towards Shyamalan.
I didn't like the movie.
You did?
Nah, it shows the differences though.
Yeah, definitely. That's why we have the channel. We want to have different opinions. You know, you don't want one of us just telling you something. You need someone on the other side saying, no, you're dumb.
Even if he's wrong.
Yeah. Thanks for checking out this video.
Like and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about the movie in the comments below.
Let us know if there's any movies you want us to watch. Who knows? Maybe we'll watch them together.